And we're going to get into it a little bit more. A new Fox poll indicates that governor's race in New Jersey is all about the economy. Taxes and inflation, the top issues for voters. Many analysts say the Garden State could be a bellwether for the 2026 elections. Here's what Republican candidate Jack Ciattarelli says about that.
I understand the narrative. There's only 2 governor races in the country this year, and everyone wants to say, what are the implications for next year's midterms? I'm only worried about one implication, quite frankly, and that's the implications for New Jersey.
Joining us now, Democratic strategist and pollster Doug Schoen. So, Doug, you read the polls better than just about anybody. It's 44-41, Mikey Sherrill versus Ciattarelli, but it's a 3% margin of error, 3-point margin of error. So this race essentially could be tied, right?
I think that's right, John. And the trends in New Jersey have been favoring the Republicans. Trump came, if I remember correctly, within about 6 points of Kamala Harris in deep blue New Jersey. And 4 years ago, Ciattarelli only lost by, I think, 2 points to current governor Phil Murphy. So the trends are working in Ciattarelli's direction. And the emphasis on taxes, which is a Republican issue generally and specifically, and particularly in New Jersey, also augurs well for him.
But, you know, the Democrat candidate there, Mikey Sherrill, that you see in the foreground of the screen, has said that, you know, President Trump is kind of the big thing on the ballot. President Trump is not really in charge of New Jersey taxes, is he?
Not at all. And no, the only thing that Trump is less popular in New Jersey than Ciattarelli is. And I think, frankly, what Mikey Sherrill is trying to do is deflect attention away from her own campaign, which has had a variety of different controversies and scandals from the past, and put the blame on Trump. It's not a bad strategy. Whether it's a winning strategy or not, we'll have to see, John, because Ciattarelli is making progress in a state that I think is trending to the GOP.
Okay, well, the Democratic National Committee head, Ken Martin, was in New Jersey talking about this race. Here's what he had to say.
We have to remind ourselves in this moment, what President Joe Biden said in 2020 was exactly right. When he said, when he ran against Donald Trump, that this was the fight for the soul of our nation. That's what this is about. You see, this fight right now is about America.
It's kind of interesting because you don't hear many out on the stump quoting and heaping praise on Joe Biden these days.
Boy, if I was advising Ken Martin, which I most assuredly am not, I would have told him to keep Joe Biden and the very unpopular and still declining in popularity Biden administration out of the campaign. Because what we saw in 2024, and we're, I think, seeing now, is that the Biden administration hurts and is a drag on the Democrats and a drag on the party's prospects going forward.
Well, a prominent member of the Biden administration, one Kamala Harris, is still talking like she could be a presidential contender in about 3 years. Here's what she had to say. Listen. Oh, this is a full screen quote. I thought it was a soundbite. Sure. But here's what she had to say. She says, we have to get away from this idea of who is the one. There are many ways that I think will be effective when people are authentic unto themselves. Parse that one for us. What do you think?
Boy, I wish I could. I mean, we had trouble during the 2024 campaign, John, as you know, figuring out what she meant. And on this one, you know, I draw something of a blank. It's her saying, I guess, she may not run, she may run, but candidly, the polling on her shows her only with about 1 in 5 Democrats saying they want her to be the nominee, which for somebody who ran and got within 1.5 or 2 points of the current president is hardly an endorsement of her candidacy in 2028. In fact, I think it's closer to a repudiation than a endorsement.
I imagine she would point to the title of her book. She only had 107 days, Doug. So
She started the campaign, John, ahead. She lost. She spent over $1.5 billion. Hard to say that any of that $1.5 billion got her any appreciable numbers of votes. In fact, maybe no votes at all.
all right. Doug Schoen. Doug, good to have you on. Thanks.
Thanks, John.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.